Gary Nasai Minasan. Today we're gonna talk about Ohsama Sentai King-Ohger episode 16. I felt like this episode did a really amazing job at a certain part, but also did a very poor job at another part as well. Like the one of the part where things goes really badly is once again the mecha fight. Okay, like out of nowhere, like Jeremy appears and summon Tarantula Knight just to take down the giant size Bugnarak itself. So I don't like it. Okay, I don't like how they are kind of like trying to force Tarantula Knight to appear so that they can introduce the cicada blade and all those stuff. So like it really felt like it is a stretch. It is like pushing what they are trying to do here. So I'm not that happy with that part of the story, but the rest of the episode is amazing. I really love the pacing. I love how the chemistry between different characters is actually going through, and I'm really glad that we actually get to see Rita still talking to herself and still kind of like embracing like the how she is in love with Morphone, and she's trying to kind of like debate with herself like, can I just get the premium Morphone from the evidence locker and claim it as my own? But we actually get to see that she actually eventually returned it to Himeno, because like she doesn't want to get tempted. Okay, she doesn't want to get tempted, so she returned it to Himeno. But by the end of this episode, we know Rita receive a legit premium Morphone from Himeno, so that is something really amazing. So that is I love it. Okay, I really love it. But one question that I felt like a lot of people is actually asking right now is like, Rita has been selected to be the retainer, the next Supreme Justice, when she was only 5 years old. So that is legit insane, man. Like she has been like, that is child labor, man. Like she started to work as the retainer when she was 5, and she's been doing a good job until 10 years old. She became the replacement for Karas, the original Supreme Justice. And this is really interesting, because like what is the relationship between Rita and Karas? A lot of people like might not be actually thinking about this, but I at first I actually suspect that maybe Rita is the daughter of Karas or something like that, but there is like no mentioning of those whatsoever. There is just, I select you as the next Supreme Justice, something like that. There's no mentioning like, oh, you're my daughter and all those stuff. And what about Monophonia? Okay, because like Monophonia right now looks like the daughter, the legit daughter of Karas, rather than Rita itself, because Monophonia actually have the similar hair color as Karas. Okay, like the gray color hair, something like that. So what if Monophonia is the real daughter of the Supreme Justice, but Rita is just kind of like a random girl? I felt like making her a random girl from Gokhan is gonna be so much more powerful than actually introducing her as the daughter of Karas, one of the daughters of Karas, something like that. So that is just what I'm thinking right now, but then again, I could be wrong. So that is really interesting. Okay, so the next thing we learn is that every single year, like Rita is gonna review the case of the murder of Karas, and apparently like this Chiron dude is the husband of Karas, the OG Supreme Justice, and all of these things turns out to be a lie when they find out that the venom that they use is actually Scorpy venom. Like every day Chiron is supposed to reveal the truth to Rita and all those stuff, and we learn that in order for Karas to bring justice towards this person who is behind the entire Fury of the Gods event, she needs to step down from the role of a Supreme Justice. So when I heard about this in the story itself, it actually makes me think like, who actually is this guy that they need, like that Karas needs to step down from the role of Supreme Justice just to bring this person to justice itself? So I am not sure how to, like, what is actually happening here. Okay, like what is going on here, because it almost seems like the Fury of the Gods is like it needs to happen. Okay, like it almost seems like all the kings and queens like maybe like Himeno's parent is not as wholesome as we thought they are, something like that. Maybe they are corrupted or something like that. We are not sure, okay, like what is happening here. Like there's a lot of mystery here that we just have to wait and see how the story is going to progress, because right now, based on all the information that we have, I feel like it is quite hard for us to actually speculate what really happened 15 years ago during the Fury of the Gods, and how did one person actually cause all of these things happen. Is that person a human? Is that person a royalty? Is that person a Bugnarak? And we there could actually be a possibility that there is a I'm so sorry. There is a possibility that this person could actually be a Bugnarak itself, because we learn that the Prime Minister of the Bugnarak tried to stop Chiron from leaving and getting released, because there is a kind of like he was afraid that Chiron knows something about the incident or something like that, but turns out Chiron doesn't know anything at all, and that is why the Prime Minister didn't actually kill Chiron off. But right now Chiron is being released, and he was being deemed innocent, and so Chiron right now is gonna travel all over Terra, all over the world, just to find Kara. So she is gonna return with Karas in the future, in future episode, and we might actually learn the truth of the Fury of the Gods when they return into the story once again. So that is really interesting, because I felt like the story right now, everything revolve around the Fury of the Gods, like everything, legit everything. Yanma, Gira, Dibowski, Himeno, Rita, all of their stories starts when the Fury of Gods happen. Okay, so why, like, there has to be a reason, like why they need the Fury of the Gods to happen, something like that. So that we just have to wait and see. Okay, we have to wait and see what is gonna happen. And I really love how in this episode we get a reminder once again that Rita's eyes color are a different shade of eyes color. Okay, like I felt like we only see that, I think, in the first episode, and then we don't actually get to see that anymore in the future. So this is a really fun callback for us to kind of like remind us that Rita hide her eye because she see that eyes, like different eye color, as a weakness. And when she embraced her weakness after what she learned from Karas, like the law exists for the weak, so embrace your weakness, something like that. That actually allows Rita to kind of like show her eye, to show us, to kind of like remind all of us that she has different eye colors. And I'm not so sure whether or not the different eye colors has any significant meaning or at all, or it is just kind of like a birth defect, something like that. Because like having different eye color, I feel like a lot of people might actually deem that as defect in a birth, something like that, and we can actually see that as a part of a weakness of some sort. But then again, it looks so good on her. I'm really glad. Okay, I'm really glad we get to see more of Rita, and I'm also really glad that Himeno is making active move to kind of like connect with Rita, something like that. So that is really fun. But that is all from me regarding Ohsama Sentai King-Ohger episode 16. When the way this episode ended with Racles actually talking to Yanma, talking about like, hey, let's talk about peace, man, like let's talk about peace. It almost seems like after the talk with Racles and Dazanara, like they actually walk together, and like in order for Racles to lay claim of all the human country, like he is actually forcing all the Bugnarak just to strike a single country, to cause them to bend the knee, to submit to Racles itself. Right now, Racles has tofu. The next target he wants is Nagosopa, okay, because Nagosopa has all the technology, so he has secured the food. Now he wants to secure the tech, and I felt like the next one that he's gonna strike is definitely gonna be Ishabana. But that is all from me. Hope you enjoy what you see here. If you like what you see, you know what to do. Subscribe, and before you leave, and if you made it this far into the video, I just wanna ask you, comment the word Sakura in the comment section below to let me know you actually finished the video. The why Sakura, I don't know. That is just the first one that came to my mind. But that is all, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye.